share this over on the Facebook, which is for our Patreon members. So if I copy that, also, okay. So apologies. Okay. So apologies. Oh, I need my hands. Hang on, let me grab that. I've had to lock us in the bedroom. The cat was having a little bit of a hissy fit. So I thought it's fine. I was just chilling after doing chanting for the first time in a long time. I'm going to be doing my own chanting. I'm not sure if I'll be sharing it publicly, but with some Kilonic chants, that's the plan, or some light language chants that are sort of more downloaded chants rather than ancient chants, or remembered ancient chants, if you like, because that feels more in alignment with what it is coming through. But we'll see. That's the guidance. I don't know when that's going to happen. That came through yesterday. Where is it? Oh, there we go. This was the card that we pulled in the members group for Meditation Monday. So I want to start our meditation just by reading the synopsis on this card and giving a bullet point of what I sort of said, but also we'll take it in and see what else comes through and maybe pull another one at the end. So this is to open the knowledge for the new golden age, which is why I've mentioned about the Kilonic chants, carrying the energy of the future to be a guiding light. It's demonstrating the light that we all are. A lot of us talk about sending that light out and forget that we are that light. It's like sending ourselves out. So instead, I like to think of it's remembering to be a light and feel the difference. Feel it reverberate through love around you, through your friends, through your family, and through the world, most importantly, with the intention of what's going on. So the dragon energy, we still have this Kundalini energy very present. It was a dragon last year in the Chinese wood dragon, and we then have wood snake coming in. So we're kind of shedding the serpent layers of what that serpentine energy has meant in the past, carrying that energy of the future. So for those of us that multidimensionally linguistic, if you like, that speak with the language of love or resonate with the language of love, if you like, it's about stepping into, because outside of time and space, that future, things that we see as the divine is actually all of us. We're all the divine. That's the collective energy of our souls, our being, whatever you want to call it, and going beyond the boxes that we call it a god, a goddess, the universe, the divine, whatever you want to call it. It's even beyond that. It's beyond time and space. It's the future remembrance, like we remember our past lineage, we remember our future lineage. So carrying the energy of the future, that's what this meditation is sort of meant to be about. But I will just read what Diane Cooper, who says about these, not affiliate. So what number are we? Here we go. Let's look up Orange Dragon. I should have had this ready, but we did it in the car yesterday with our group. So Patreon members, while I'm looking up the page, you don't have to be a paying Patreon members to join my Patreon group. You just can sign up, and there's loads of stuff on there that I share for free. Orange O. Orange Dragon? No, Orange Gold. So how are you all doing today? 96. Funny, I saw that number this morning, 96. I love the synchronicities of life. 69 in mirror of it. So I want to start getting back into a slow merging from the new year. For me, I start the new year 29th of January. I'm counting it as the Chinese New Year. So Arcturus is one of the most advanced star systems in this galaxy. Arcturians were the energy that we refer to. They were the ones that were a big part of Atlantis with the sound and teaching us sound technology. And a prototype of Earth's future awesome 7th dimensional orange gold dragon from Arcturus comes to us when we are ready to become a walking master and help to usher in the new golden age. Well, that's not just me, although I think we all resonate that. All of us light workers feel as though we're being called to express, to inspire, but also to demonstrate walking in this. I'm closing my eyes and I'm kind of feeling that central column of light ramrod through me to being beyond what the ego is of this person called Teresa, to my soul collective as I express my love language and express that through sound beyond what my expectations or your expectations, and more in line with what's best and in line in uppermost for humanity's greatest good. So when a spiritual army of these dragons move to a place, they stimulate great evolutionary change. So I think the reason this is coming out of what's going, and we can send intention of this to happen within places like California, Gaza, anywhere that is happening great shifts and transformation at the moment, see this beautiful energetic gold orange Arcturus light working its magic, if you like, for want of better words and vocabulary, of helping people to evolve and be in their highest good on all levels throughout humanity. Stimulate the greatest evolutionary change in all that they touch. They are flowering, they're flowing into the earth, and we are flowering, is what I'm hearing in my head and speaking, both what I'm hearing and reading now, to help us during the exciting years ahead. And though it may not look that way for some, it's a bit scary, but all of the signs, I always think of it in terms of this. Think about having a new kitchen fitted. And I use the kitchen because the kitchen we sort of think of as, we need the running water, we need to make food, we need those essentials. And so it's the essential, that kind of reptilian part of our brain, which I said in our download for this year and talking about the wood dragon, it's that reptilian part of the brain which is the evolution is happening the most. So different states of the brain in how we are, how, like, even the fight or flight and the fear mechanisms and how they are understood and how we're evolving out of them and becoming beyond them. So when we think of that in terms of it's the essential, like sacred root chakra energy, we need those things. So it can be a little bit scary, or uncertainty can arise when we're unsure of what's happening for things that we feel are essential. When we feel that's taken away, that can cause triggers for many, many people generationally, and sort of even just experiencing it in the now. So think of this in terms of the kitchen. We will have our basics, and as things are being taken down the cupboards and stuff, you're prepping, you're making sure the gas lines and the water and the plumbing, where it comes from, is coming from the right place. So one of the things actually that came out in my Akashic reading is that I in creating my own abundance in my life, didn't want it to be coming from the existing structures that are out there, because they were built on structures that were lack within others for others to have. These roots and foundations that I'm wanting to create from, in essence, my soul has to have it come from a pure source, that the foundations need to be laid in such a way that they are sustainable, ecologically good for the environment, vegan friendly, all of those things in line with my personal values, but also metaphorically speaking, the structures that they come from have to be ethically soul right, which is what I was being told, that that's what we do when we lay these foundations. So that's what is happening globally. So it's hard to see because it's energetically happening, but it is happening. So purifying systems that were put in place hundreds, sometimes thousands of years ago, that of structures that aren't necessarily working. Cat's trying to get to me because he's been a bit of a pickle. I can hear him, if you can hear him in the background. So now, to help you and to help us during the exciting years ahead, might feel a bit of the opposite of what we're seeing, but thinking about in terms of when you're seeing stuff, start just visualizing. One of the visualizations that I keep seeing in groups, and I've invited people, I invite you to, is to see people dancing in the streets because it's raining, and the rain is helping extinguish the fires, for example. For nature to be shifting and helping, as opposed to feeding, whether it happened for whatever reason. And I'm not going to go into the whole, that's a whole other, what do you call it, rabbit hole. Whatever started it, love raining down and finishing it. Energetically, love helping people coming together and rebuilding, but rebuilding foundations that are integral, holding values, not built on or against other, which is what I was saying about terms of how we receive our abundance. So not for the lack of another or against the lack of another. It is not by chance that you have incarnated during this extraordinary 20-year period when our planet is undergoing a double dimensional shift. Earth needs spiritual leaders and light bearers. So we as light bearers, we hold the light. That doesn't mean we don't have shadow. We create shadow sometimes by reflecting lights in areas, even within our own souls, that need shifting, because we have to constantly and integrally hold ourselves to higher standards, not to fall from grace, but to understand that we are not on a pedestal. We are all light and shadow, because we are in the physical, and that is both. Earth needs these leaders and light bearers. We are all that, everyone in humanity, but we don't always believe we are. We feel we're not good enough. And I mention this story because I remember when I was standing in front of one of the elders from the Giza Plateau store. This man gave me a crystal, and he could see just by giving me, and someone else I know, Daniela, was it you or was it, and you know, it would have been one of the other ladies. Anyway, holding my hand to accept, not necessarily feeling like I was deserving to accept. And he looked me directly in the eyes, and I felt like I was looking into the soul of my ancestors as well at the same time, telling me, and I was feeling in this now moment, generational healing happen in taking this crystal, and this little Merkaba crystal. In fact, is it in here? No, it's on my desk. To feel that I am enough, that I deserve what I am being told and asked to receive. Not just the crystal, we didn't mean that. It meant in terms of what I was doing when I went into the chamber and the stuff that we were working with. And I, in that moment, felt as though, like I say, thousands of healings, but it wasn't that it was him. It wasn't that it was me. It was the reflection of the soul collective, of family, of being divinely linked to source and seeing the reflection of that coming back through another's eyes. It's the remembrance that when we look into each other's eyes, we are looking into our own eyes, that we are all one, that everything universally across souls, even galactic, whatever side war was on, we all sparked from this light. Sorry, that's a bit deep. I know for some of you. Though these dragons are blazing their light towards you, for it holds the vision of our fifth dimensional future, they are inspiring you to do your part for new golden age Earth. Receiving this card indicates that it is time to stand in your power and fulfill your destiny. Allow the orange gold dragon from Arcturus to enter your energy fields and breathe into the vision of Earth as it will be. They will give you the strength, wisdom, and knowledge that you will need for the transformation ahead, that which we are seeing in the physical. You are much, I misread that from here, but I think I didn't misspeak it. You are much, we are all much, we are much more than we know. And little things that we do with simple intentions, even just hearing these words as I am speaking them, I am feeling the shifts as my soul is starting to kind of chime in. You have much to do and many people to help, and a beautiful seventh dimensional orange gold dragon from Arcturus will stay by your side as long as you need it. Be a guiding beacon to light the way to many. So I'm calling that in for us, for our space, as though it's this next 15 minutes portion, just to, if you can sit upwards, if you need to lay down, then you're aligning more with Gaia. She will bring in what she needs, or the physical energy fields more of Gaia. Lining upwards, I'm aligning more with galactic, but also very aware of energetics of the earth. Just want you to take in those visuals of what we were just talking about. I'd like to open this space with sacred energy, that which is around you and the time that you spend in this container of the now. Calling in what I call the Black Cat Guardian Order, the essence to protect while we do our energetical work, that which is the sacred whilst we do energetical work for holding space, holding light, seeing dark, being beyond. Just breathe in through the nose and softly out through the nose. And then in your next in-breath, a nice deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Blowing out. And in again through the nose. This time with a heart chakra sound. Green energy of earth. Pink quartz. Cusite crystal energy for compassion. Calling to my soul. Yak expressing for soul. See the orange around you and the gold. You can see it as a beautiful orange dragon sitting by your side, almost like it's to see a dog, but these cats, I see them as being humongous in size compared to the human energy field. The energy field is expanded, almost like galaxies and planets, if you like, more closer to that in size. Feeling it through the web, feeling it through my body's field, through your body's field, as it helps lift and help guide, help you to shift anything that needs your attention. Feel as though you can see layers around you as you sit where you sit. And in each of these layers are all linked to different realms or different dimensions, different states of your being and your awareness. See the gold of, you might call it the gold of the goddess, the gold of the divine feminine aspect. Breathing in gold threads around you, like you're spinning a different kind of web overlaying the matrix that is your now moment. The future, as you step into it, preparing for cycle yearly shifts, daily shifts of the sun, lunar shifts, whatever cycles you are aligning within your day or whatever helps you to reset as a constant, as a structure, to hold the structure of your time that you live within. See beyond that structure. This thread is like gold, silver thread all around you. Like rewriting code, or rather than rewriting, remembering code that's already there. So that you can hear beyond sound, see beyond the light and shadow. Before beyond what is darkness, evil or bad, or good, pure essence and life force. The harmony, the balance, even the reptilian part of the brain as it's evolved already in some still to be see the point in the future of what you see as a future, what I speak as from the now. Linked with my being, your being, our being, feeling it through the feeling field, through the heart field, in resonance now. Through your emotions, through the color of light and sound, eons, and feel this beautiful orange, this doing, this creation energy, as we create together. Whether you use your imagination to utilize this, whether you are feeling it in your soul, resonating deeply, I invite you to listen to what your being is calling you, the words that come through. Just ignore the sounds of what means what, just holding space in this now moment. Let's just breathe into that. Sound. Okay. Sound to help with the brain to kind of shift. And I'm seeing and want to share this beautiful aqua blue, almost like London turquoise or turquoisey kind of colour, like an ocean. Balancing with this orange to help help, wrong word, to soak into, to feel wrapped. Just breathing, remember, just breathing into the fullness that is you, feeling, observing, connecting to images, sounds, and movement. Have you noticed, for those that haven't got their eyes shut, my hands have been moving 9 to the dozen, not by me, and still are, feeling as though I'm just moving through fields of my own and touching the energy around, open and receptive like an antenna. Giving thanks for any wisdom that comes through from yourself. For taking time just to sit in commune with the self that is beyond selflessness, selfishness, that is beyond ego, that is the greater self. I think of it as the part that's more than, because even those words seem insipid. So I've just got some images to share. Think of the dragon as the nebulas. And waves of energy coming from different parts of our galaxy. And not in a bad way with the microwave, but I think it gives a good analogy of waves as it heats the food. Think of it as the sun, as it's kind of like a relay, if you like, our sun. This energy as it hits in what we are calling solar flares. It's information within the light that we interpret, and those that are on us, Earth, that are kind of picking up this, maybe express it in sounds, through colours, through words seem not right to be able to say it, because one sound brings hours worth of words, and the body interprets it in different ways and has to acclimate. That's the word I was looking for, not help earlier. The word sink in, acclimate to it, and kind of attune its resonance. And that's what in some of us is coming through, including myself over Christmas, I have to admit, the body needing more rest as there's a lot of energy coming through. It's a bit like putting too much power through a socket. You don't want to blow it. So it acclimates, and naturally though, the more you acclimate to it, the more it will flow at ease. It's a bit like blocked pipes. Suddenly you don't want the bursting. It's slowly dislodging the stuff that needs to just be shifted and vibrated off, and allowing things to flow better through the mind, through the awareness, through our awakeness, through your dreams, in your remembrances. So to finish, she says, it's my legs. If you can reach your toes, just do this without knocking stuff over. If you can reach, I'm going to sit on my side. You can't really see my feet, but if you can bring your foot up onto your knee. So if you bring one leg up and put the foot up on the knee, and just with the foot, which is the part that goes to the earth, just gently tap. Because we want to ground in, and we want this to be earthed very well. And then on the other side as well, if you can, if you're physically able to, or visualize yourself doing it. If you can't, just tapping your feet or feeling a kind of just little energetical taps happening on the bottom soles of your feet. And like you're plugging in to the earth, this energy. And this energy is what we send to wherever it needs to go. It's already gone through your body. Just send it wherever it needs to go here on earth. Or you don't even need to send it, because it's like water. It's rising and flowing. And certain areas on the earth, certain portals. It's this one. I'll have to look up which ones, because I can feel it in my body where it's going. You may be the same. You might see a map. In fact, if you visualize a map, there's certain areas that we wish to send it to, but also there's areas where it's being sent to preempt the shifts, the change for these pipes as they flow throughout Earth and its fields. See it all aligned, not blocked pipes being uncleared. See it cleared as it is in future, energetical, in the now that we are working in. And at the same time, honouring past, a little post that come up this morning, so I want to just bring this in for my members. The marriage and the merge of the heritage of the future, of the heritage of the past, the marriage of masculine and feminine, the balance. I speak more of this as guidance keeps just reminding me of this bridge, the bridge of the right and left brain hemispheres, this hippocampus of our brain, where we have these tiny little crystals. This light is working on them, it's helping. That's the point in the physical where things are happening, if you like, where the magic's happening between now and 60 and 600 years in the human. So you can maybe just think of balancing, merging all of the experiences, things we're seeing that we maybe don't like, all the traumas, triggers. Instead of seeing it as good or bad or something to release, to get rid of, to go away, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to acclimatize it to the resonance of who you are now, meaning like you're like a cell that's taking hold of those other cells and evolving into, or out of rather, right and left, to a merged state, which is high perspective, but grounded here in the physical. So you go beyond all of those, and they are still both present, but because of this bridge between this merging, its sense of oneness goes beyond. We can see that which has come before, which ethically we see as right or wrong, and we move beyond it instead and evolve out of that fight. And instead, we see the wisdom in each of the triggers, each of the experiences, each of the trauma, and we're able to transfer that information to growth, to the tree, to the flower. Lots of people think and speak of like a lily, a bud, a seed. And the image I'm being shown is a document, whether this is a document of your soul or your soul contract, or if this is a signed document that's happening in parts of the world right now. And this document, as it's being written, the words, the ink, are turning into seeds and growing like flowers, cementing and creating what some only see as a vision, but for others of us, what we're walking in already. We term the most, for want of a better word, the fifth dimensional world, a world that is now, that we can touch and taste and stand in, as we are doing so now. And bringing that information with you. So just as the ink turned into seeds and grew, you see the flowers and the scent and the essence going out and reverberating across the earth. See similar things for yourself in your life, and a fragrance of intention, of higher states of your being in its highest trajectory, walking in your everyday life. Now you can see this as your guide, as your higher self, as a god or goddess walking by your side, holding your hand. I see it as the future you. Maybe it's your star family, whatever you want to see it as, but it's there. This is the energy of the gold and orange dragon. Take a deep breath in again, and right, now slowly coming back. I'm just going to give a nice little head roll, right and left. Feeling the body in the now, bringing it down, just coming into the physical. Letting it settle. Take one hand, I'm going to have to put the phone back down. Take one hand to the forehead. It doesn't matter where you write, but the opposite to the belly. And just feel that energy settle, and swap whatever hand was on the forehead to the belly. And then the one on the forehead now, take it to the Bhagwa point. This is the crossover point where all of the energy lines meet in the body. Take your other hand and put it into the belly button, or just about 2 fingers from the belly button. And breathing in. Right, now the hand, bring it down in front of you, over the nose, just at the bridge of the nose. And then the hand can come down over the mouth, over the chin, down the center, under the neck, to the thymus. And when you get to the thymus, just a little tap, like you're shaking out the bubbles when you're cooking, of energy wise, cooking. And feel then the other hand come up and just hold them over the thymus. And the visual I'm being given is the micro orbit. So your hands flow down the front of your body to the lower dantian, to the belly. But then visualize the energy go to the very bottom, like sort of like right by your bottom, the anus. And then up the back up to the top. And then from here, down and around. And visualize one circle going one way, another going the other way. So there's these two fields linked, and the hands just dropped. And then bringing the hands up, making a fist with one, all contrast being wrapped, transmuted with love. Instead of my light in you bows to the light in me, or vice versa. The light in me bows to the light in you. The light in me sees the light in you and reminds you to remember it's there. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. I thought I'd do an extra long one, I think, today. Double bubble for Meditation Monday that we didn't air yesterday. Anyway, and I'll see you later on for our daily little Qigong and its benefits. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if this was helpful and share it with someone you feel would benefit. Thank you for your time.